Well, more than 2 million people have now been forced from their homes in Ukraine. So 2 million have fled, millions more displaced internally. So a deepening crisis, to say the least. Half of those refugees who got out are now finding safety in Poland. And that's where our Vice President Kamala Harris is this morning.
And Newsy's Therese Garnier joins us now with how that trip is quickly changing from a humanitarian mission to a more diplomatic operation. Therese, what's going on?
Good morning. You know, what seemed like a straightforward mission has turned very murky after NATO ally Poland proposed that they fly their fighter jets to Ramstein Air Force Base in Germany and then deploy them to Ukraine. So why would this make it murky? Well, the Poles are providing fighter jets to Ukraine. However, the Pentagon expressed concerns that if they land their jets at a U.S. Air Force base, President Vladimir Putin will see this or may see this as an aggressive act from NATO and may feel the need to retaliate. There's also the question of why they made the decision before discussing it with the U.S. Well, it's believed that Poland did this to avoid the appearance of directly arming Ukraine. Now, Eastern NATO members like Poland are concerned that Putin may target them next, and talks between Ukraine and Russia have ended without progress on a ceasefire. But during her visit to the region, Vice President Kamala Harris cleared up any confusion between the U.S. and Ukraine. Take a listen.
I want to be very clear. The United States and Poland are united in what we have done and are prepared to do to help Ukraine and the people of Ukraine. Full stop.
While meeting with Poland's Prime Minister, Harris announced millions in humanitarian aid for civilians impacted by the invasion in Ukraine. Now, this announcement comes after a recent bombing attack of a maternity ward and children's hospital that claimed many lives. Now, the U.S. and other world leaders have condemned the acts. Ukraine's president called it an atrocity. Vice President Kamala Harris called it a crime. And here's another strong statement that she made about it this morning. Take a listen.
When it comes to crimes and violations of international norms and rules, we are also very clear that any intentional attack on innocent civilians is a violation.
During her time in Poland, VP Harris also asked for an international war crimes investigation of Russia. But she also says that her main focus is to reassure NATO allies that the U.S. is committed to its security, that the U.S. will continue to support the Ukrainian people, and also to rally international support to isolate and punish Russia for what they have done in Ukraine. Back to you.